season, one of my favourite times of the year. I have so many friends and family over and I love hosting. What I don't love though is how hectic my fridge and freezer can get. So I thought I would put together my little cheats guide to make everything run smoothly. Let's do it, my friends. Come get ready with me for the holidays. So obviously the first thing you're going to be doing when you're prepping for the holidays is the shopping. So have you got the shopping list, Charlie?
Yes.
Yes, she does. Okay. Let's look at a couple of those, won't we? All right, let's keep going.
Next is broccoli.
Broccoli, okay.
Next we have tomatoes. Big,
Tomatoes.
fresh, juicy tomatoes.
Okay, which ones look good? These ones?
Yeah, probably that one.
Okay.
Next up on the list
Not too loud.
is onions.
Onions, okay. I think the onions are right here. Okay.
Next is ice cream next on the list.
Okay. Do you want the vanilla? Or do you want one you can eat now?
One I
Okay. Snack while we're shopping. That's always good, isn't
Hey
it?
Charlie, can I get a phone?
Can Dax have one?
Yeah.
Yes.
The cameraman up, come on.
We'll get one for Dax too. Okay, cool. We've got a few things here.
Next on the list is Christmas cookies.
Christmas cookies. I don't know if we have Christmas cookies yet.
Found some.
Ah, we found some. They look amazing.
Let me just check everything off.
You got everything checked off?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Thank you very much.
All good. See you guys.
See ya. So I just topped up on some fresh herbs, fresh tomatoes, berries. We are going to make some ice cream sandwiches with the cookies later, so that's exciting. I also have an ice cream for Charlie and you, Dax.
Yeah.
How is it, guys? Aren't we supposed to be working? Come on, we've got a fridge to pack. I'm always in a hurry. Mummy's always in a hurry, isn't she, Charlie?
Just faster than lightning!
Faster than lightning, there you go. Bye, darling. See you, Charlie. She's off with the grandparents because you don't want 6-year-olds around when you're organising. Okay, so today we're getting the studio kitchen fridge ready for our holiday season. Now, I've tasked Jamie with doing a bit of prep for me, getting the fridge ready. So let's see how he's gone over here. Jamie!
Hi.
Fridge is looking great.
All
Perfect.
cleaned out, ready to go,
Thank
ready
you.
to stock it up.
I think for sure having the clean out first is the best way to start.
100%.
In the beginning, clean fridge, but also organised, because you want to keep the stuff that you're going to use every day in one section, which you've done, thank you.
Pleasure.
So what we've done here is organise the fridge into everyday items, and then Jamie has kindly made space for our party things.
That's it.
We have lots of little tips that we're going to go through for how we get this organised. So
Can't wait.
Let's get in there and have a go. Okay, so I have prepared some of my ultimate holiday menu items here. I have my sticky glazed ham. I also have my cherry trifle and also my prawns, which I'm going to turn into possibly either just like a cocktail wonton cup or serve them on their own with a cocktail sauce. So these are all examples of things that I would typically have. We're going to make some things later on, like a little ice cream sandwich. And you can find the recipes online if you do want to make my exact holiday menu items. But I think the first thing we want to do here though is get organising, Jamie.
100%.
Yeah. The first thing I like to do is start grouping things. So obviously fruits are a big one. And then I reckon we need to decant some of these fruits.
So the grapes in here?
Yep.
Lovely.
Again, the other thing is that if I've got fruits that I know I'm going to be using pretty quickly to put on the table or whatever, I'll actually put them into their serving dish and then things are just ready to go. One less thing to do.
I like
Look at those
that.
beautiful cherries. I love that.
Do you want to get these in the fridge
Yeah,
now?
I reckon we get these
All right,
in the
let's
fridge.
do it.
So
Yep.
we're going to keep this in our crisper, in this case the fresh safe drawer. Now the fresh safe will keep things fresher for longer, so any kind of bulk items I want in there. This guy I'm happy to keep out
Okay.
on a shelf because it looks nice.
Yeah, it does look pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm probably going to use it tomorrow, so that's cool.
Okay, cool. All right.
And then again, this is our bulk stuff. Celery, very important for Bloody Marys and Virgin Marys, Jamie. Gotta
Is
have
that for the day of or the day after?
Either one, yeah.
All right. Get that in the back
Again,
there.
when you're looking for a fridge, particularly if you're an entertainer, I think having like a super long drawer for things is so crucial.
I was just going to say, there's like stacks of room in here.
Yeah.
Stacks.
Yeah, I get really annoyed when I can't fit my full celery or spring onion in the one drawer.
Honestly, I've usually got like a bag of cut off celery ends because it doesn't fit into my fridge, but I want to save it for soups or something.
Yeah, it's good if you've got the big long one. I like that.
Love that.
Now this is looking pretty good here. I've got my tomatoes and broccoli as well. They can go in. Now before we go any further, I just want to shout out to my friends at Panasonic who I've partnered with for this episode, and I'm going to be using their Prime Plus fridge here for all of my holiday planning needs. Okay, so next up, I want to talk about snacks and seafood. Here we go. You're going to get back from the seafood shop and your seafood, prawns, salmon, fish, it's going to be in, some of these bags. Do not keep them in the bags. I just find that when you take your seafood out and store it in a separate dish or bowl, it seems to last a bit longer. So I'm going to pop mine straight into this serving bowl actually, because I know I'm going to be using these prawns tomorrow. And the cool thing about this fridge that I have, thank you to Panasonic, is that I have this really cool drawer. And this is another thing that you should consider when you're an entertainer and you need a fridge. But I'm going to use my Prime Fresh drawer here to store my prawns. So what I can do is store these prawns for much longer because I'm going to set this using my phone to a lower temperature and soft freeze the prawns. So not like a hard freeze where I'd have to defrost them, but soft freeze them so they keep for longer in my drawer here. So there you go. But even just decanting them out of their original packaging is going to make a big difference for you. All right, seafood. So that's typically in my fridge for the holidays. The other thing that's always in my fridge, and you guys can attest this actually, is I always have a cheese and charcuterie drawer. I usually keep like a soft brie style, something a bit more funky like a blue, and then a hard cheese and a selection of salamis and prosciutto. Now the one thing that I think is a little bit annoying with storing charcuterie, prosciutto, salamis is that if you take them straight out of the fridge, they kind of tear and pull as you're trying to pull them off, the packaging because they're too cold. So yeah, I've got these two drawers here. This is the kind of thing that's pretty game changing with fridge technology, I think, because I can be making this drawer really cool for my seafood, but keeping this one at a temperature that's better for my charcuterie will make it a lot easier to peel. So it's a slightly warmer temperature. I'll show you what I mean. So if I'm going to build myself the most epic cheese board and charcuterie board, I'm going to first of all struggle with the plastic on the packaging. And then this will just peel right off rather than tearing. When you bought that beautiful prosciutto and you're trying to tear it off and then all the bits come, it's heartbreaking. So when you can store it at a temperature that's optimal for peeling, it is really good and very satisfying. But let me show you how I like to do this kind of thing. Give like a little bit of height to your prosciutto, your salami. It doesn't have to be like a tight rosette or anything, but just building nice shapes. Okay, so it really doesn't have to be complicated. I've just chosen two different cheeses based on their flavor profile plus color. This one's really creamy, this one's kind of bitey and sharp, and then also two different charcuterie styles here, prosciutto and a spicy salami, and that's it. But when we come to store these things again, I like to keep them on their boards and again, get rid of the original packaging and start afresh. So I'm just going to wrap those in some baking paper. And keep all of this in the one compartment together. to have a piece. I'm allowed, aren't I? Good cheese. You can't beat it. All right, now we're at my favorite part of the holiday menu, and that is ham and sides. Now, I have a really lovely potato salad. This is going to be my famous Korean potato salad. The recipe is on my website. But for the moment, I just want to find storage for these things because they're bulky and they're going to take up space. Put that there. Go back for my ham. Oh, it's a big one. It's always a big one. Okay. Now, the thing with your fridge is that you need to figure out what you've got to work with. Now, what I have to work with is this beautiful space here I've made for my party foods. I've put drinks here, made use of the wine rack. So I've saved some space here by putting those drinks horizontal. I'm gonna use this side storage here as well for other drinks so that I'm also saving space, which leaves me room here to play. So I have this tricky little thing here, which I can push back, and then I can keep my large piece here, which is great. Potato salad, making use of every available space here, and that leaves me room to still put my dessert jelly cups back here. So just really trying to optimize the space that I have. And then I like to use the doors also for things that aren't too temperature sensitive, like, you know, opening and closing of the fridge happens all holidays, particularly when you've got kids. So juices are good here. I've got my prep ingredients here as well. Really utilizing all of that fridge space. And then because I have NanoEX technology and AgClean technology in this particular fridge, it means that my ham smells aren't going to interfere with my jelly, which is a plus. No one wants that. Okay, we're looking good. So I've asked Jamie to join me because Jamie is our cookie man. In fact, he nearly ate all of these. I was going to get angry, wasn't I?
Marion had I think she had enough to make 5 or 6 ice cream sandwiches. We've only got enough to make 3 now.
Yes, thanks to you.
So, sorry?
So we're going to also do some ice cream sandwiches because we want to have kids' desserts, and Jamie is the cookie man, so I've tasked him with doing the cookies, ice cream. Show me how it's done.
I mean, it's not very hard, is it? So temperature is super important, right? So we've got scoopable ice cream that we can smush it together. That's it, scoopable and smushable. So we'll just go ahead and really smush it together.
Yeah, you're
right to the edges.
If it was too hard, you wouldn't be able to get that nice shape.
And then we'll just put that back on the tray, make a few of those.
Sweet.
And then we'll freeze them down really quickly.
Because the other thing is that we can use the prime freeze drawer then to rapidly freeze 5 times faster than a regular freezer and get those things like super cold super quickly.
And stop those hangry kids freaking out.
Or the hangry Jamie's freaking out.
Hey.
Look how beautiful they look.
Looks yum, hey?
Really yum.
All right, I'm gonna chuck that in the drawer.
Yeah, in the drawer, and then I'm gonna use my phone to set the app.
Okay, cool.
So that I can make that really freeze really quickly.
Lovely. Amazing.
Cool. Now the other thing that I like to use my freezer for, obviously, around holiday season is actually leftovers. So I always make a pea and ham soup with my leftovers. These can also be rapidly frozen, but then what I like to do is sort out the compartments in my freezer as well. So typically I would put these in my prime freeze, rapidly freeze them once they're frozen, move them into my compartment here that I like to keep my leftovers in. And then I save my larger drawers for my taller items like ice cream and pastries and that sort of thing. So that is pretty much like snacks, starters, charcuterie prawns, main event, the ham, the potato salad, dessert, kids and adults, and, you know, a bit of a background on how I use my fridge for the holidays. So yeah, if you want to try any of those recipes, please check out my website and happy holidays.